What's up, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys episode number 27 in my 2017 Shelf by Shelf series. This is a series where I show you guys everything in my collection and talk about each title a little bit. And continuing along here, sorry again for the lighting, guys. It's kind of bad down here. We have Sleepaway Camp 4 or Return to Sleepaway Camp, which technically could be Sleepaway Camp 5. It depends how you cut the original series. You know what? I actually don't mind this one at all. I actually kind of like it. It was, yeah, a huge step down from part 1, 2, and 3, but honestly, like, it still kind of felt like Sleepaway Camp to me, and it had a lot of familiar faces in there from the original series, which I thought was cool. So, yeah, it has one of the most annoying characters of all time, but that character is supposed to be annoying. He's supposed to be an annoying little kid, so I don't hate it at all. After that, we have Sleepwalkers, and this movie is a Stephen King adaptation. I like how they put on the cover like it's some kind of special feature, like cameos by Clive Barker and Stephen King. Like, when you advertise cameos is like a selling point. But Sleepwalkers is actually a really fun movie. I used to own it on VHS as a kid, and I used to watch it all the time. And then when I was an adult, I just thought of it as that bad movie I used to watch. And then revisiting it for one of the 31 Days of Horror, I was like, dude, Sleepwalkers is actually pretty fun. It's a movie that's played straightforward, and then one thing happens in it, and there's like a complete tonal shift. It's so weird, honestly. But yeah, I actually like that movie. After that, we have Slither. And I picked this up at a flea market one time. I'd seen it before and loved it, and then rewatching it, I was like, you know, it's cool, but I don't love it as much as I did before. I think they went a little too far with the comedy, but hey, that's just me. It's like a B movie, big budget B movie, that was kind of mainstream. Pretty cool flick, but yeah. After that, we have the Slumber Party Massacre Collection. This is put out by the Roger Corman Cult Classic line. It is Scream Factory before they were Scream Factory, when they were just Shout Factory. Yeah, man, Slumber Party Massacre trilogy. I was so excited to pick this up. Funny story about grabbing this, actually, is that there was a DVD company. It was like a online store type of, you know, not like a Walmart or like a FYE or like a not even like a Diabolic DVD, like maybe a little bit less than them. And it was just ran out of one guy's house, and he just sold, you know, DVDs. And typically they were about $5 more than what they cost on Amazon. But to drive, you know, customers to his business, he had like a half off sale. And every single Blu-ray, and he carried a lot of the cool stuff like Blue Underground, Synapse, Shout Factory, you know, some Anchor Bays at the time. And this was before I even made videos. And he had a half off sale. So you literally, like, this thing was $10. All the Blue Undergrounds were $10. Like, he was selling them at a complete loss. You know what I mean? And what had happened was too many people came and too many people placed orders, and basically the guy went like bankrupt. Like, I remember following him on Twitter, and he was like, you know, because everybody's going crazy, like, where's my order, where's my order, where's my order? And he's like, one day I just remember he had a complete breakdown. He was like, I've maxed out like 8 credit cards and you know, this, that, and the other. And like, funny enough, though, I ended up getting mine, so he honored mine. I paid $10 for the Slumber Party Massacre collection and was really happy about it. So, sorry for that guy that, you know, his DVD company went under and he's probably in debt. Because I know that the website was shut down shortly after I got my copy, and I haven't heard from him since. So, that sucks, but I got Slumber Party Massacre out of the collection. Out of the, not the collection, out of the situation. Anyway, Slumber Party Massacre 1, 2, and 3. I like them. They're not great. Smiley, $2.95 at Dollar General. I don't know, man. Look at it. Just look at it. I don't really know what to say about it. I mean, I'll probably watch it eventually. It's probably pretty crap, but how can you not buy that cover, right? Am I right? Damn it. After that, we have IFC Midnight. This is the Snowtown Murders, and this one is considered a pretty controversial film based on some true stories in Australia, and it's about rape and revenge and stuff like that, and pedophilia. I didn't really like it that much, honestly, and movies like this are usually up my alley, these like super realistic type movies, but I just had thought that this movie had some questionable performances and some questionable writing, and not going to elaborate on it too much, but I just didn't like the reactions of some of the characters, and it's a little long, just didn't really strike me, honestly. After that, we have a Wild Eye releasing probably one of their best releases. It's called Snuff, a documentary about killing on camera. It was a pretty cool documentary, honestly. It was good. It was about the idea of a snuff film, and definitely recommend it. It's one of the better Wild Eyes. After that, we have Some Kind of Hate. This one was okay. It was nothing special, about suicide and stuff like that. Just kind of average, honestly. A lot of people praised that one, but I really didn't think it was too good. After that, we have Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back. I absolutely love this movie. This is one that aired all the time on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I used to watch it all the time. It's a very downbeat, depressing movie, and hopefully maybe we could see like Vestron Video release this, because I believe Trimark is owned by Lionsgate. That would be a cool release, because I actually really am a huge fan of this film. And honestly, you know, thinking about it, I think it actually does have a Blu-ray release, huh? I think it actually does have a Blu-ray release. It's by Olive, but I would like to maybe see some more special features. It's a very depressing movie. Every time I watch it, I get depressed, but I actually really like it. And honestly, the first sequel wasn't that bad either. After that, we have a couple of documentaries here. We have Something to Scream About and Shock Cinema. This is a couple of documentaries. The first one I watched, which was about some Scream Queens. The second one I did not, which is about like some filmmakers, directors, Charles Band, stuff like that. First one was really cool, Something to Scream About. I think they had like Debbie Rochon and a bunch of other ones that I didn't really know. I think Felissa Rose was in there, Brink Stevens. It was a pretty cool documentary. Definitely low budget and stuff, but definitely cool. After that, we have Species 2, which I'm actually a fan of. I like Species 2 a lot. I think it's a pretty solid follow-up to the first one. Definitely a little, you know, has its problems and stuff, but I like Species 2. And then we have the glorious Species 3. I bought this at a video store that shut down. This was like my favorite video store. And when they shut down, they started discounting all their things, and I probably bought Species 3 when it was like $5 instead of waiting until it was like $1. But eventually some dude just came in and bought everything for like a super discounted price. So it sucked because, you know, they kept discounting it, all the items and stuff. It was cool, like picking up some stuff. I really didn't know what I was doing back then. I was just grabbing like stupid shit. I honestly don't know what I was thinking, but I wish I would have bought some more like horror VHS and DVDs. I bought a lot of non-horror and Species 3, which is like whatever. After that, we have Species 4, The Awakening. This and Species 3 were what were they? Sci-fi original films, I believe. But I think this film got I think this film actually has some nudity in it. It's like the unrated version. Neither Species 3 or 4 are good, but you know, whatever. After that, we have Splice, and Splice was alright. It wasn't bad. I think it's from the guy that did Cube, Vincenzo Natali. Yeah, it was alright. It had its moments. I absolutely love Cube. Splice is just, you know, it was alright. A lot of CGI and stuff, but it was kind of a cool little weird movie. Kind of reminded me of Species, honestly. After that, we have Splinter. This is definitely a hidden gem. Couple of people stuck in a gas station with some kind of gross splintering mold attacking them. Definitely kind of a cool contained horror film of the time. Got it for $5 at Walmart. It was good pickup. Can't get it in there. I'll just set it over here. Focus, out of focus. After that, we have Stage Fright, and this one is the remake. I think it's a musical. I've never watched it, had it in a collection for a little while, just don't really see a huge drive to watch this one. I don't know, it's just really not Oh, is Meatloaf in here? Cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. Just, yeah, I don't know. Musicals kind of turned me off. After that, we have The Stand, and this is the Stephen King The Stand, 4 parts. Part 1, The Plague. Part 2, The Dreams. Part 3, The Betrayal. And Part 4, The Stand. This was a massive TV movie miniseries thing that they did back in the 90s. I didn't love it personally, but I could see why at the time it was so big and good. So many cool actors in it, and it was just like this massive epic. It's a little dated, but definitely I could see this film could definitely use a remake, honestly. After that, we have John Carpenter's Starman, and this was just a John Carpenter film that I didn't own. I got it for $3, so I figured why the hell not, right? So I needed to grab it for it being a John Carpenter film, and I picked it up. After that, we have Stay Alive, the unrated director's cut. Honestly, like, I didn't think this film was that bad. I thought it was kind of cool, kind of had a cool concept, you know, killer video game. Anytime you have a movie, like, based on that, it's going to have a level of cheese, but I thought that it was, you know, still pretty solid for what it was. After that, we have The Stepfather, and this is the last one for this part. I absolutely love The Stepfather. Terry O'Quinn, great, like, thriller horror film. Pretty fucking creepy concept, right? Like, this guy invades your life, and nobody believes you that he's like a psychopath, and he is. Pretty cool. Really like The Stepfather. Never seen any of the sequels though, so want to see those one day. Anyway, that's it for this part, guys. I'll see you in the next one.